107. I'm Yes in the card pack, and you're the kings and queens. Today, what I do for you guys is part 3 on how to make your own arcade League of Legends Twitter header. We're going to be using Photoshop for this tutorial. The duration for it will be 20 minutes, and the difficulty will be 3 out of 5 stars. Not that too difficult. All the assets that I used in this tutorial will be in the description below, as well as the header template as the final product, and everything like that that you'll need will be down there below. So hopefully you learned something from this tutorial so you can apply it in other instances when you're using Photoshop. And yeah, let's get straight into it without further ado. Welcome to the desktop. This is where the magic happens. We're going to get straight into this tutorial by opening up Photoshop, and I'm going to finish off this Twitter header banner. Alright, so we ended the last tutorial here, and this is where we're going to kick it off. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is make the black outline, I could say. So I'm making this stuff up on the spot, just to be a warning, like I always do. So I have to think about it really quickly. Okay, so with this channel 1, I'm going to change the VA from 100 to 10. And with the depth, I'm just gonna leave it, let it sit like that. Okay, so I'm going to, how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. I'm also going to get my yaw and move this right in between. Like that. Okay. Okay, sweet. So with this C, I'm gonna make it red. You can do this individually and just pick like the brightest shade. The green, make it something like that. With the, I'm gonna make it. Okay, so what I can see first of all is there's this texture. There's also a gradient on this text and the black linings, which I'm trying to avoid right now because I'm kinda, I can do it the long way, but it's gonna take long, and I don't want that for you. I want these tutorials to be efficient. Right, so I'm going to do these textures. I can see that it's like a half tone, but it's just little circles. So to do that, we need to make a pattern, because we can apply a pattern onto our text, and then we can apply a gradient and also an inner glow like they have. So to do that, we're going to go to File, New, and make the size of this pattern 700 by 700. Okay. Actually, we're just going to make it really small for this one, because sometimes high definition doesn't always work. So we're going to do it 200 by 200. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to make a little ellipse by holding shift and just do like that. And I'm going to fill this ellipse in. Come on, let me. Fucking sake. Okay, so I'm going to fill this ellipse in with a black. It's okay. And do something like that. Now I'm just going to drag these apart, and we should be ready to rock.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade.
So for your text, this is what I was able to come up with. I just cut the video before I just after I finished making you know, this pattern, and I'm just going to explain it because it's something that it's hard to be explained on screen. I should like make just a separate tutorial for it. So actually I'll just show you how to do one word with it, and that'll make everything easier, more explained and everything. So let's just suppose you have this word called design, right, on your thing, and okay, so it's easier for me to do it this way. So, and this word, it is colored in. I'm not going to go on ahead and change it. I'm just going to do one color. It's pink, right? Hot pink. And we're going to go to the blending options. First of all, we're going to do a pattern overlay. It is going to be the opacity 20%, the scale 79%, and we're going to load in that white pattern. We're also going to chuck on a inner glow, which is going to be white. On screen, opacity 55%, noise 0, choke 0, size 10. And then we're also going to drop on a drop shadow, which is going to be sorry, I just had a mind blank. It is going to be probably 7 pixels in distance, angle 90, opacity 100, and the blending mode is going to be this one. Alright, press OK. Then what we're going to do is we're going to press Ctrl J. Okay, we're going to right click and go to the blending options, and we're going to turn off all of this stuff, so we just have a blank text on it. Then we're going to go to the drop shadow, and we're going to change the blending mode to 100%. Now if we change our side like this, our distance to 0 like that, and our spread to 100, sorry, and our size to like whatever, like 6 pixels or whatever, right? And the opacity 100%. Okay, and if we move this below, sorry, this is not how I did it before. Sorry, so we go back to this one, we take off the drop shadow, right? We press Ctrl J, we press Ctrl T, and we move this one down a couple of times with our arrow keys. Then we go to the blending options, we take off all this stuff, and we right click and rationalize this type, and then press Ctrl U and bring down the lightness down -47, I use -42, whatever. And then with our design, again, we're going to press Ctrl J, go down to here, go to the blending options, and turn off everything but chuck on a drop shadow. And we're going to do spread 0, and the distance is going to be 0, but the size is going to be like that. And we're also going to do that black. Now we're going to drop this behind our design copy, and if we go to here and do the size a little bit larger, that should go around our shadow. But you can see that it is still like not going all the way around our shadow, so we have a problem here. So the way that I did it was, I got these two text layers that I have, I press Ctrl J, press Ctrl E, that's going to merge those together. Then when I go to right click, go to the blending options, make a drop shadow, it makes one overall. And then when I go to the size, mess it around, do like 6 pixels like that, then we have something like this. And we can fill in all the gaps with our rectangular marquee tool. That won't take too long. So there we go, I showed you how you can make that text. So we have something like this, okay? Now I think I did something a little bit different for here. Okay, so with my yaw, okay, so I'm just gonna quickly just make this all nice and lined up. So press Ctrl J like that, go to the blending options, go to that distance, spread, size, make that 6, and this one is going to be 100 black. Okay, bam. Okay, so I'm going to group these by pressing Ctrl J, group this one, and this is going to be your text with quotation marks, your text. And I'm also going to group these, group those, and do channel text. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around here and fill in all these, like the little A's with black spots and everything like that. So I'm gonna make a new layer. There's gonna be below, and this is just going to be my black blocks area. So yeah, so all I do is I just make selection around here, I fill that in, and then bam. Same principle. Bam. And therefore we don't have to make permanent changes to our text, but you know, we can get something like that. And I think that's all we have to do. Now you can do it for the ends, same principle. Now going around here, fill those in. But I don't think it's necessary, I like it like that. Now with these ones, you can see that it's all lined up, everything's perfect. So I've guessed it pretty well on the dot, and that is going to be that. So my heart's beating right now because I actually did this. I honestly thought that like I wouldn't be able to make this effect, but I did. So I'm going to move in these ones. Again, you can find it in the assets download below. And why aren't you coming in here? Why aren't you? Okay, I'm just gonna... Sorry, I don't know. Oh, it's an index. Okay, so this one's an index, sorry, so we go to mode and change this to RGB. And then we should be able to drag this one onto here. Sorry, sometimes index modes are a real pain in the ass. So we're just going to change it like this one, and unfortunately it doesn't sit on our L. So we're just going to, I guess, resize this one down to like that. Okay, so it should sit somewhere like this comfortably on our text, and I guess we can go like this. Okay, so we have like a character like that, and then with misfortune. It's an index also, so go to image mode, RGB. Just going to resize this one. And you can mess around with the perspectives, obviously, get something nice. But I'm just going to try and make these relatively the same scale. So it looks like those two are on scale, and probably like it's sitting there. Okay, sweet. Okay, I don't like this yaw, like, I really don't, and... Okay, so I'm just gonna move this yaw, why not? I'm just gonna get this shit right. Probably on... something like that. Okay, great, and I'm also gonna have this sitting on the same level. Like my other words. Perfect. I'm going to grab up a ruler so this stuff snaps on. Okay, perfect. So now if I go to view clear guides, we have something like that, and then I'm just going to quickly make all these little black squares. They shouldn't take too long. You'll get to see me make them again. Oh, fuck. Just leave me alone, Photoshop. Just... Can a man just Photoshop in peace? Like, seriously? Okay, there we go. And now I've got that out of my system. Okay, so... Now this one sits comfortably here, and it looks much nicer. And this one is going to go above here. We don't need these two. We don't need you. We just want you. That could be a cool song, couldn't it? And this one is gonna go above here. Okay, great. So then we have something like this, and this is looking nice. But we're going to apply a stroke around this one. It's nothing minor, probably size 3 or something, and we can do outside. Or we can actually do a drop shadow, because that just looks a bit... It sucks that it's like pixelated. No, we won't do that. We just have something like this now. Okay, so the next thing to do is make the arrows. So these, once you've got one, you've got it, and then we're done. And yeah, so we're just going to press Ctrl S to save that. So we're going to go to File, New, and make the size 800 by 800. And I'm going to need a preview pic up on my other screen. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to hold Shift, use my rectangle marquee tool, grab this one out, and just fill this one in with a blue. Something like that. Okay, and okay, so now we have one square. Now just let me count. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to make 7 copies of these squares. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. Okay. Now with one of these squares, we're going to go to the blending options, we're going to do a stroke, and the stroke is going to be 1 pixel. 1 or 2 pixels, let's just make it 2. Okay, we're going to right click, do copy lay style, and paste it all on those. Okay, so we got something like that. I'm going to go to this one. Okay, and we are... See, it never works like this. It just never works. Because like these strokes, they're going to overlap with each other. So you need to line up these ones like that. Once you've got like the first row down though, it's just Control J from all there. I like how I'm just like, it's just Control J. Okay, so we have something like that. And I'm just thinking, do we need anything else? No, we don't. So just Control group those and make up a backup copy. Backup. Okay, so I'm going to merge these two together. So it's uneditable now, and we're going to do a drop shadow. The spread is going to be like that. And this one is going to be a soft drop shadow, and the distance is going to be like that. Just adjust the distance, and then we should have something like that. So now if we press Ctrl J, we can merge these two together. Okay, press Ctrl E, and I'm going to get rid of these edges. So I need to get rid of this backup copy. Okay, so sorry. So merge these two together, make sure our backup copy is hidden. So when we take away these edges and make our final adjustments, it all works out. Fill this one in with that same black. Okay, sweet. So now we've got our line like this. I'm just going to Control C, press Control V, and bring that to there. Okay, so we have our line like this one. Now press Control E, bam, we've got our group. Press Control J and move this group down like here. Okay, so now we have our, you could say, what it's called, arrow. So just merge those all together and move this one onto our document. And this one is going to be like that, and it is going to be behind our text. Press Control B and move up the lightness. Something like that. Okay, and press Control J and move that one like that. I'm just going to press Control E down in size. Okay, and now we've got arrows right. Press Control J and press Control T, flip horizontally, and do it like that. Okay, bam, so now we've got our arrows in. We've just got one more thing, insert coin to start, so line here, insert coin to start. Okay, now I'm just going to click once, press Control A, and do 8-bit wonder. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, and I might just change the VA spacing because of, you know me and my VA spacing. It's just like my little personal touch I always do. And go to the blending options, do a drop shadow. I'm going to crank up the size on this one. Change down the opacity, insert coin, bam, and look how nice that is looking. Now yeah, the arrows, they could use a little bit of work. I'll work on them. Actually, just leave them like that. You can mess around with the settings, especially with the drop shadows. If those could be nice, those could be larger, that would be nice. Actually, you know what you can do? Okay, so with the arrows right, you press Control J, move it below there, press Control T, and move this one down like that. Press Control U, bring down the lightness on these. So it looks like, you know, it's a shadow, but really it's not. It's nothing special. Okay, do the same for that. And then bam, we have some 3D dimensional stuff there going on. And we have all our arrows. Bam, group those and do arrows. And this one is black text boxes. Okay, and text fill. Okay, and that is it. Bam, 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 bam. We can fill in those particles, I guess. So you can just go to Chrome and just do sparkles. That's not how you spell particles. Sparkles, PNG. And we can try to find sparkle trail. Give me a sec. So this one looks okay. And also this one. Not too bad. And is there any more? So I can right click save this image as onto my tutorials. Okay, and save this one as. Okay. File, open up these two. Drop my little character. Press Ctrl U and just hue saturate that one slightly. Something a bit like that. And then bam, we have some pretty cool particles coming in, just adding towards the final effect. And press Ctrl U on this one. Like that. Nice. So we have that one, and we also can use this one. Okay, this one's not a PNG, so I'm not gonna fuck around with it. Yeah, so I'll just use that as my final preview. That's really nice. We were able to do this one, which I'm pretty happy with. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. That's the main thing. And learned some new things, because of that's why you're all here. And also, you can use this as a template if you want. Have a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the little mini series, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and also comment, because I love to get back to you guys. Peace, everybody.